we had no idea, you know, nobody tells anyone that you can get all of these autoimmune problems, obviously autism, death, cancer, all these horrible things, and nobody knows. And they try and convince you that it's not what happened.
So you decided you'd had enough of vaccines.
Yeah.
And you got pregnant again, and this is your first child completely unvaccinated.
Yep, this
and
is my
he's 8
first
weeks old, and
Yep.
you've already said you can see the difference.
Oh yeah,
Tell us what the difference is.
These two would have a lot of fussy times, crying times. She had colic, so a lot of sections of several hours crying and that kind of thing, just always upset, either sleeping or upset. And he's so calm and happy. He sleeps. His skin is clear. He doesn't have any baby acne. He doesn't have like cradle cap. He's
Just perfection.
Yeah, like just totally.
And he's had no vaccine, no vitamin K,
Nope.
nothing.
Nothing.
Wow, see, it can be done, people.
Yeah.
As we all know.
It makes a difference. My name's Christina Cooper.
Christina Cooper, and your children, how old are you?
I'm 4.
You're 4, and what's your name?
Glenna.
Glenna. And how old are you?
He's 2.
You're 2, and what's your name?
Grady.
Great, okay, cool. So tell us the story of the children.
Well, my daughter was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at 11 months old. She got really sick and ended up in the PICU, and at the time the doctor said, oh well, type 1 diabetes is hereditary, you must have it in your family, and we didn't have it in our family, and no matter what we said, they said, oh no, you do, and we said no.
No, right, they said, oh you do, when you said no we don't.
Yeah, they said, well you must, and you just don't know it. Like, you must have somebody that has it in your family, and you just don't know that. And so we kind of believed them. We talked to all of our family, tried to figure it out. My husband and I even had there's some tests you can do to see if you have antibodies and that kind of thing that would lead to type 1. Neither one of us has it or anything like that. So we just thought, oh, it's a mystery. And then about a year later, my son had his 18-month shots, and he had a bad fever for about 9 days after, and he had febrile seizures at the time. And so we took him in to the doctor, and the doctor...
Do you know which vaccines, sorry, they had these febrile seizures from?
Oh, no, I don't know the specific ones. I just know it was his 18-month. So he had already had his MMR by that time, so it was after that. And took him to the doctor, and I thought it was because of the vaccines, even though I wasn't worried about vaccines or anything. I just thought, oh, he must have had some kind of freak reaction. And when I tried to talk to the doctor about it, she immediately said, oh, well that's a normal reaction. The fever, the seizure, that's okay, that's a normal reaction.
Seizures are normal.
Yeah, and so then when I pushed that with her and I said, you know, really, like, that doesn't seem right. Then she switched her tune and she said, well then he must have just gotten some kind of virus. He has something separate from the vaccine. She was so adamant that it wasn't the vaccine. And I didn't really understand that.
Like aggressive.
Yeah, and really, and defensive, and just like didn't want to hear it. And I thought, well, I'm not even coming in here angry about the vaccine. I thought, well, maybe he had a freak reaction or something. But her being so defensive and just so weird about it is what made me start researching. And he recovered from that, does not seem to have any long-lasting problems, but in my research about them, that's when I started learning about the autoimmune diseases, which type 1 diabetes is autoimmune disease. And so that's when my husband and I put the pieces together.
From the meningitis vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
Have you read the insert of the meningitis?
No.
Vaccine?
I've just read the...
I've got an insert here, we could go through it.
Yeah, I don't know if it has it on.
But this is not the first time that we've had this story. Yeah. This is not breaking news, sadly.
Yeah.
And certainly the abuse that you got from the doctors is...
Yeah, then, we were swiftly dismissed from the practice when we decided we didn't want to continue, which was, good. We didn't really want to go back, of course, but, yeah, they didn't want to have anything to do with us if we weren't taking our shots, so. But, yeah, her body just, I mean, obviously it reacted poorly and it attacked her own pancreas and just killed it.
So what's
in
the
itself.
treatment? What are they giving her for treatment?
She's on an insulin pump, so she wears a pump all the time with insulin that goes into her body through a little cannula in her leg at this time.
And how long will that be?
Oh, her life. This is
Her
it.
whole life?
Yeah,
This
there's
is
no
it.
cure, there's no other treatment but insulin.
No.
That's just
So-
really sad. So you two get to sign the bus.
You want to sign
You write your name on the bus.
How
You're allowed to. They always look at their parents and say, what?
What does
Writing
that
on
mean?
buses and cars. Thank you. Someone's saying you should try homeopathy. For your daughter.
Yeah, right now the medical world says there's nothing that can be done. But
And do you have a Facebook page people can contact you on if you...
my name's Christina Cooper, and yep, I'm on Facebook, and
Is it your picture? Will they recognise you?
my family.
All right, so those that think they can help, that's probably the best way of getting in touch directly. All right, well, thank you so much for telling your
Thank you.
story, and we're so
Thank you for
happy
what
your
you're doing for
beautiful boy.
everybody and for all the kids, future kids.
Good.